Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel LawgicalOne. In our last video, we talked about what is a moot court. Okay, what is a moot problem? We talked about memorial, we talked about compendium. Okay, we talked about teams. Now we need to talk about why mooting is important. As a law student, you engage in various moot court activities, but why? Because it helps in your overall development. They have given you mooting as an activity, as a PSD activity, so that you can develop as an individual. You will also network with a lot of people. You will meet people who may be more good at what they do than you. Okay, maybe more good at arguing. They may have a unique way of presenting their arguments. Okay, you will learn from them a lot. Research and writing skills. Drafting a memorial is a very tedious task, and to present your arguments in a very clear way, in a very structured way, so as to be able to convey your point to the judge or to the person who is reading your memorial very clearly and in very less words, is an art. Okay, and you will develop this skill through participating in a competition, through a lot of practice. Okay, so it will help you in enhancing your researching and writing skill, and research is very important throughout your law life. Participating in moot court competition builds your confidence as well. The more you participate, the more you argue in front of a judge, the more you will be confident in presenting your arguments, the more you will develop your skills, your oratory skills. Okay, it gives you practical knowledge. Now in law school, we are studying about a law. For example, we're learning about contract law. Okay, but how do we apply that law that we will learn in a moot court? Okay, hence participating in a moot court is important. Teamwork, as I said, it's a teamwork. There is a team of 3 or 2. Okay, and you need to work together to win the competition. Okay, now this is it about importance. There may be a lot more points which you can add, that is up to you, but I think these were the main points which I wanted to tell you. Okay, now what are the qualities of a good mooter? A good mooter must be well versed with the facts and law involved in the case. Okay, how? Now if you don't know the facts of the proposition, of the problem, then how will you argue? You should be aware of the facts and law involved thoroughly. You should know कि क्या दिया हुआ है, क्या क्या छोटी छोटी चीज़ें भी जो दी होती है एक मेमोरियल मूट प्रोपोजिशन के अंदर, वो सब आपके एडवांटेज में काम आ सकती हैं. अगर मान लेते हैं आपको कोई पॉइंट नहीं पता है आपके मेमोरियल, आपके प्रोपोजिशन में लिखा हुआ है, एंड द अदर पार्टी यूज ट्विस्टेड इट एंड यूज्ड इट अगेंस्ट यू, देन हाउ विल यू बी प्रिपेयर्ड टू argue in contrary to what the other person said? You can't do that, right? So you should know what are the facts and law involved. Then you should also know the facts and the law of the case as well. Many a times there is a case mentioned in the memorial, but when the judge asks the speaker on the case law which the speaker just said and stated and is given in the memorial as well, but the speaker is not able to answer, so is this a good speaker? No. You should know what you have mentioned in the memorial. You should be aware of the facts and the law mentioned in the case which you have mentioned in the case memorial, right? Whatever you are speaking to the judge, you should know about it. Okay, you should be well versed in it. Okay, there is eloquence. It is the skill of speaking with clarity, with certainty, with very confident, and in a way which is easier for the judge to understand, right? A clear way. Okay, you should have persuasive skill to be able to persuade the judge to give judgment in your favor, right? Oratory skills are very important, as I said. कैसे आप बोलते हैं, कैसे आप कन्विंस कर सकते हैं जज को, ठीक है, आप कितने कॉन्फिडेंस से बोल रहे हैं, ये सब बहुत मैटर करता है, ठीक है, एंड आपको एक गुड मूटर बनाता है। अब मान लेते हैं आपकी ओरेटरी स्किल्स इतनी अच्छी नहीं है, बट आपने मूट कोर्ट में पार्टिसिपेट करा है। हाउ विल यू डेवलप इट? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, यू विल डेवलप इट द मोर यू स्पीक इन फ्रंट ऑफ अ जज। ओके, पार्टिसिपेट करो खूब सारे कॉम्पिटिशन्स में। अनदर वे यू कैन डेवलप द स्किल इज़ you go to your professor or teacher, whatever, ask them to listen to your arguments and put questions to you. Okay, so the more you are bombarded with questions, the more you will be prepared, the more you will know what kind of questions the judge may put to you, and it will give you confidence that yes, I have done these questions and I can answer it. Okay, so this is how you will develop your oratory skill. This is how you will become more confident in your argument. Okay, art of spontaneous debate. At many times you will be put questions by the judges that you may not have prepared, and it's an art to argue in front of the judge and answer a question which you may not have prepared. Then critical thinking, obviously, the way you can mold any law, any provision to your advantage is another art, and you should be able to do that. Okay, critically think what other interpretations there can be of law. Etiquettes are very important. Talking about etiquettes, let's come to the topic of court manners. Court manners are very important. Okay, you should bow before the judge the moment he enters the courtroom, whether he sees you or not. You should do this. Okay, there is a particular sitting arrangement. Okay, in that the appellant or the prosecution or the plaintiff or the petitioner sits on the left and the respondent sits on the right. Okay, respondent or the defendant, whatever the party may be, it sits on the right side. Okay, when the judge enters the courtroom after you must stand up, and only when the judge reaches his seat or chair, the counsel should go before him and take their respective seats. Okay, you should not sit before the judge is seated. Okay, then how do you address the judge? First of all, seek permission from the judge. The counsel seeks permission to call the judge as your honor or your lordship or sir, whatever you prefer. Okay, and they will generally give you permission for that, but sometimes they may ask you to call them, when you ask this question, sometimes they will ask you to call them your honor or sir only. Okay, do not interrupt the judges. Very important, when the judge is asking you questions, do not interrupt them. Okay, let them finish the question, take a moment, and then calmly answer the question. Okay, you will be asked a lot of questions by the judges, and how calm you are, how well you answer that question is very important, and it matters. Okay, that's why I've written stay calm, and if you don't know the answer to any question, just plead ignorance and say that the counsel pleads ignorance. Okay, do not waste the time of the judges, and do not give vague answers. Only answer when you are certain, and if you don't know the answer, don't blabber anything. Okay, just say that the counsel pleads ignorance. Okay, now coming on to passing the information, as I said in my last video, that the researcher can help the speaker, but this researcher cannot approach the speaker and whisper in the speaker's ear the answer. On a sticky note, the researcher will write the answer and pass the information to the speaker through the help of the court clerk. Also, I think it's very important that you have bare acts. Like, I have seen in multiple moot courts that the speaker is not carrying the bare acts. So sometimes what happens is the judge may ask you to read the provision. okay, but the speaker is not carrying a bare act. So it's very important that you carry a bare act with you, which is related to your proposition. Okay, carry the bare acts, very important. And if the researcher is having the bare act, the researcher can pass the bare act to the speaker, obviously with the help of the court clerk. These are the little things which matters in a moot court, so be very cautious about it. So this is it regarding this video. In my next video, I will be talking about what is a memorial and the specifications regarding the same. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Like, share and subscribe if you found this video helpful. And I will see you in my next video.